Hello, hello, welcome back to Beam.NG, the one and only energy drink that you watch. No sugar, all gas. And here's our game. I got a little something interesting lined up for today, but it'll involve customizing the car. And considering we're already at the track, we're gonna just start with some laps, and then we'll get to my daily challenge, we'll call it. What I'm gonna do is break something on the car, and we're gonna see how that affects our driving. What am I gonna break? You'll have to wait and see. I imagine it's going to be quite obvious. But let's do some driving with the happy car first. Push it to the limit. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. But, you know. Do I already hear something scraping? I mean, this car is in perfect condition, so I mean, unless I did something with the new wheels that I shouldn't have, nothing should be scraping. And the way it handles, I don't think there's anything wrong under there. I think the car is just getting prepared for being broken. Alright, cool. So we can take that tight, like S bend, at around 35. That feels like pretty good performance. So remember, this thing has a sport suspension and some big sport tires. So get up to about 130. So this car was a sporty trim out of the factory. However, I feel it was more tuned to accelerate quick on the highway than drive on a track. I mean, it's not really a muscle car per se, but a little bit of that DNA made it into 1990. Brake fade is starting to catch up with us. So we'll see if we can complete a second lap, or if that just becomes too much of a bad idea. Maybe not quite 35 into that corner. Just under. I'm driving fresh today. I just woke up. Yes, the digital clock is accurate. Happy Easter, I say in the episode that will be going up the week after Easter. But happy late Easter. That was a slow shift on my part there. I feel like the previous lap's going to be the quicker one. Yes, you're right. Better to be slow than crumpled up on the side of the track. I feel like these gears aren't really tuned for performance driving. Don't know enough about cars to, well, that was a quicker lap, to properly explain the concept. What do you call them? Short gears? I don't know, maybe that is more sporty now that I think about it. Maybe I'm getting it backwards. What do you think our chances are getting back to the house without using the GPS? Let's find out. Yeah, I always forget we got like this little handling circuit here. Has RLS changed it? They've stopped the cars from driving on it, which is nice. That car changed colors. That ain't no Mandela effect. It's just a game glitch. It changed back. This is actually a pretty good little spot to figure out the handling limits of a car. So we can still get the car to turn at 39, just it's obviously unhappy about it. Let's figure out what's the quickest speed we can turn the car without hearing the wheels complain. Not that, obviously. I think it does matter whether we're actively accelerating as well. 27 complaints. You know, I say it matters whether we're accelerating, but which way does it matter? Is it better or is it worse? Why isn't it complaining at 35 that time? Because I was putting down some gas instead of braking? I don't know. Yeah, it complains more when I'm braking. Interesting. But if I'm flooring it, well, when the speed goes up, obviously. Don't. It's hard to drive this car less than 30 miles an hour. Yeah, I can still complain at 22. So, how am I supposed to figure out or calibrate the speeds that it can take? Is it just something that has to be done by feel? Perhaps I shouldn't be using the gauges for this? I mean, why wouldn't you be eyes locked to the speedometer when you're going around a corner? It's not a bad thing to do, is it? What could go wrong? Let's turn around and do this course the other way around, because then I think we might actually get paid for it. So we haven't been shifting at all. That's another thing about this track. You can just stay in one gear. That still didn't start the lap, did it? Oh, well. There's a shift for you. The gear you're in wouldn't have any impact on the traction of the tires cornering, right? Shifting in the corner could upset it, but otherwise... What do you mean I exit the staging zone? You told me to back up. Okay. How am I in third gear? What am I even doing? Oh, it's a drift course? That's awkward. Oh. Maybe if I drove it in reverse. We're not getting any drift score out of this car. 100 points. That'll do. I mean, this thing does go around the corner. It just yells. You're around 40. This is a hard car to drive slow. Yeah, it's like the throttle input at its weakest, like that I can hold the trigger on the controller. It sits around 23, 25. Nah, that's not true. I guess I can hold it later. I'm just not used to doing that. Alright, I can drive the car at 10, 9 if I really want to. Is this useful driving practice? I don't know. Theoretically, maybe. I mean, you never really go 15 unless you're in a parking lot or there's like too many parked cars on a road and you're being careful or so on. So we want to be in second gear by 20 if we were just driving normally, not racing around everywhere. I might even be able to tolerate a third gear if we're trying to drive really efficiently. Third gear by 30. But this is good. We can fully lock the wheel right around 25. I was going to say it didn't complain, but it did. Never mind that. Maybe 20 it doesn't complain. I mean, we can make any corner at 25. We just have to be a little smooth with it. Alright, we got any 90-degree turns we can test out? I mean, we can make something a 90-degree turn. Yeah, we can handle that. Does complain though. So, I mean, if you're turning tight, you really want to have the car down around 20. You know, imagining you were on a road trying to stay in your lane. Alright. Now if we take it up around 30. Turning like that will drop you down to 20, but that would not be a tight enough turn for a standard road. For 27, maybe. No, yeah, I think it could pull that off. It's just a little sketchy at that point. And the car does roll, as you can see. So, we're going 25. We want to take a 90-degree turn. See? Now if we accelerate up to 30, try to do that. I feel a little loss of control doing that. What? I can pass through that. Not have a whole sound effect and orchestra for hitting it. Well, I don't know how this keeps happening, but it does. I think it's time to go back to the garage. Can I just, like, pop the hood open so it's out of the way? No. I seriously can't, like, repair the car here or anything. I didn't damage the car here. I feel like we're already good at doing that anywhere we want, though. Dope. Totaled the car learning how to drive at low speeds. Don't want to talk about it. Hey, it's worth $55,000 now. Is this like considered a sculpture now? Is it art? Well, I'd like to repair the car here. Man, that's just mean. They give you these tuning tests, they don't let you fix the car. It's almost like they don't expect people to be crashing as much as I do. Oh, you can bring your own car. However, for drift practice, this is not the car. Gear am I in? Well, whatever. Let's get this back to the garage again. Hopefully we won't have to use one of our toes. Yeah. Imagine if they cut a toe off every time you total the car. It's like cutting off fingers for stealing. Are there countries that still practice that? Or is that just some that people talk about that's like 30, 40 years past? Alright, let's not set the GPS, but we will have checked the map. You know, partial assist. Let's go in the shortcut. This car's a little bit low for that, but too late. Yeah, this smart car spawning thing has completely removed Japanese cars from the roads. That's obnoxious. Still, looks like we still got more variety in the parked cars, not the driving ones. Yes, the car files only save like country of manufacture, not what markets you'd expect them in. Excuse me. My house. I can park on my own lawn. Rude. He gave me hiccups. Uh-oh. The insurance price actually going up this time. That's not good. Maybe we do pay for this one ourselves. Alright. Now I'm going to pause the video for a second and make the change to this car for today's challenge. I'll be right back. And we're back. Let's find a reason to drive the car around. See if you can figure out what's different. We'll be challenging ourselves to drive with a broken component. But what did I break? Technically, I broke two things, but only one of them should really be affecting our driving. You had to put a little bonus challenge in there. Second one's not going to be a challenge. It'll just be funny. Let's do some food delivery. Let me know when you see it. I think the sky just glitched. That's not what I broke. Always nice to know you're not the only idiot in the world, isn't it? It's except someone paid $800 delivery charges for a hamburger. At this point, you should be completely aware of what I changed in the car. If you're not, I don't think you're paying attention. At least you should be aware of one of the things. The second one is just like a little bonus. Is it distracted driving if you're looking down to see what gear your car is in? Pardon me. See, that was a bad 90-degree turn there. I'm not sure what speed I was going, though. Here's a really bad one, because we're trying to get there within a time limit, not just drive properly. So that light has a sign warning you about red light camera, but it doesn't actually have one. It's a sneaky intersection. Here's a 90-degree turn we don't want to mess up. Hi? Okay, cool. We can just drop it off here. Give me that. Got $600 tip. Alright. No, it's Easter. What am I doing? Do you know any Easter songs? Oh, that's the restaurant we just drove past. I'll decline that job. I'm feeling it. What? They move those barriers backwards. Yeah, that pays well enough. I don't trust this thing with that curb. Not destroy the bumper. How far are we going? Doesn't feel like we got enough time for this delivery. Not at all. Late. Can't shift with the phone open. Or am I still trying to drift this thing? What is that guy doing? I will deliver that hamburger. Bet you thought I was going to pull out in front of that car. But I didn't. Yeah, that was a bad 90-degree turn. Which one of these is the red light camera is the question. That's $1,000 burger. Glad they upped the amounts in these. They were realistic delivery prices in an earlier version of this mod. Made it completely pointless to be doing those missions. Yeah, I bet we could cheat by driving to the restaurant before accepting the mission. Because if the amount that you get paid and the time limit is set based on where you physically are when the mission spawns. You know what I'm saying? Speed camera warning. Wouldn't even dream of speeding, sir. Speed! What is that guy doing? What's this? Is this a dealership? Why does that have a marker? It's just like a vehicle loaner spot. I don't know. Can I check on the map? Huh. There are supposed to be cars for sale here. I wonder if I don't have the mod for that. Go, 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 go. Front wheel drive, burnout. Means this car could definitely still take bigger tires. Do not pull out in front of a Cadillac. It's never worth it. Or an Aztec. No, that one was close. Cadillac Aztec. Cadillac Aztec. No spillage. You think this car could explore the sewers under the factory? Uh-oh. It was a bad time to pass. It's fine. Just doing a little front wheel drive drifting. Why do you have someone always in the parking spot? So particular where they want me to. It's like, nah, that's the most expensive food yet. How much are we actually earning on that? We're doing pretty good. We even got that Volkswagen I forgot about. That's the most expensive burger yet. Let's see if the price goes down if we get closer to the burger shop. That's not what I meant to do. No, it doesn't go down. There. Oh. 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 No. No. Let me look some up real quick. I just remembered something. I don't know if it's still gonna exist. Very, very old meme. What? You can't tell what I'm looking at. It's fine. Is this even what I am looking for? Or is this just someone else who thought of the same thing? I found a SoundCloud that's 6 years old. That's nowhere near old enough to be what I am actually looking for. What I'm looking for is probably 16 years old. Well, I feel like that meme's gonna die with me because the world's forgotten it. There's some guy who did rap music for GTA San Andreas, Dizzy Bala. He gone though by the looks of it. That's disappointing. I want my 20-year-old aged memes. Really? It's gone. I'm trying to even remember where I got this song. I think it was on some random forum back in the day. Like if it was pre-YouTube, then I don't even know where it would have been saved. Yeah, it's lost forever. Why did I remember that anyway? Just because we're doing burger missions. Man, at least this job should pay enough for the car damage. No! It would have paid enough for the original car damage. We had to get the sequel. No. I'm here for your smoky bacon cheeseburger delivery. That's some big smoke coming out of this car. Oh. Oh, I don't need brake fade now, too. We got enough problems. No. That was one of the sketchiest things I've done in this game. Dope, they sent me to Joe's junk. You're not trying to tell me something. $3,000 hamburger. I'll take it. I think we've earned enough with that. How bad? Yeah, it's bad. If we pop the hood and take a look. I mean, the hood didn't come off, so that's nice. We should probably get back to the garage before the lack of radiator does something funny. Not feeling so funny today. I was gonna say not feeling so hot today, but I mean without a radiator the car certainly is. So let's not get hit by the speed camera, because that's honestly worse than all the damage combined. Can I just like stay on the highway? I don't feel like driving through the city again. Hey! Oh. We better close that. Stay down. Just a second, fighting with the gearbox. Something went wrong. Yeah, this car ain't moving on its own. Oh, don't. Hope you figured out what I changed in the car. You got plenty of time. No, I don't want the more expensive insurance. But I also don't want to pay for it myself. Between a rock and a dumb place. Yes. I'll give it away. I'm going to see if I can break the same thing in this car. not even sure it's a selectable part. But it is something in the interior. I broke the dashboard. There's your answer. Took away my gauges. Yeah. You can go back in storage. Also wondering how this car would look in a different color. Maybe even a different shade of red. Gray isn't bad. Just, I don't know. This is like the color a doctor would have ordered this car in. Why do I say that? I don't actually know. Just intuition. Doesn't look bad in green either. What color did it come in? Is it not one of the factory colors? It's just too much. Weirdest thing, I just remembered I had a dream last night where my parents were buying a television and I was trying to help them calibrate the colors. I remember it because in the dream my mom was complaining about the reds being too vivid. It's a niche dream. It was like set up like it should be like a nightmare. We were in some like creepy dark mansion in a thunderstorm. But we were there with the television dealer. They just put up a television on the wall for us to try out. I guess they brought a couple of them. So the setting didn't match the content whatsoever. I like this color. This is like the lemon meringue pie car at this point. It almost feels like a shame to repaint this thing. Because it's a sports car. Why would you make it pie colored? But I like the color. Yeah, no, that's just obnoxious. I don't even notice the difference between these. That's weird. Yeah, what was its stock? Yeah, it's kind of a faded red. Yeah, maybe we should have committed to the paint job, man. Why is afternoon not an option? See, it's probably getting around 5:30. What do we even want to do? Let's take a scenic drive up the mountain, I suppose. What's this? Rally stage. No, we're not doing that. But yeah, I'll drive over there. We can go check out the quarry. Yeah, let's just go there then. This game better not be so realistic that it'll be like, oh, it's after 5. You can't work now. Come back at a more appropriate time. What? Get your realism out of my video games. Still taking turns too fast. Let's try to get this without any squealing. Good enough. 15 is recommended here. $25 is recommended here. 25, 25, 15. We're not turning though, so that kind of changes the algorithm, doesn't it? There's a starting zone for something down there. Wonder what that is. Either way, driving on this gravel isn't going to be representative of anything other than driving on this gravel. Airtime. Why do I keep getting airtime? It must be bugged. Yeah, we'll park up here. Well, what are these quarry jobs we can do? Something over there. There's not even a marker there. I have no idea how this works. So I'm guessing I need to loan one of those vehicles first. And if I'm going to spawn in some heavy equipment, I want to make sure this car is nowhere nearby. Let's park it here. This should be a safe spot. Cool. No. No. That handbrake back on. Not playing that game. I'll give the game credit. It tried. Yeah. Give me that. American flag. No. Maybe I should have grabbed the heavy-duty one if just hopping aboard is such a problem for it. Ow. Why would you ever want it to open that way? What even... Ow. What even is it? Is that like the engine door? Hey, what's this? I probably shouldn't be pushing buttons that I don't know what they do. Which way was the switch flipped when we got here? Uh-oh. Yeah. That's an engine, alright. Still an engine. What's behind door number 3? It's an engine. I've never driven this before. I'm glad they loaned it to me, though. Great time to learn. Okay. Ooh, more buttons. A what? You will... Well, what are these funny face-looking buttons? That guy's going... And that guy's going... I don't know. Toot toot. Yeah, you always gotta lift the thing before you drive, right? Oh, wobbly. Alright, that's just the ignition. That's the handbrake. Drift time. We found the handbrake. F1. I'm ready to do some quarry work. I know exactly what I'm doing. Wasn't me. So what am I supposed to do? Dig up the dirt. Are they gonna give any instructions, or do I just wing it? Oh, cool. Here we go. That pays a lot. Let's start with 11 tons of bulky rock. In Zone A. Okay. So I need to put this rock into that truck. Yeah, it makes sense. Probably should have just slammed it down like that, but too late. Have they explained what to do if the rock doesn't want to be picked up? That's not a lot of rock. Yeah. Alright. I don't think there's a time limit on the job, so that's good. Imagine doing this in first person. I don't understand the assignment. Can you pull up like further? It should work. Oh, it doesn't turn further than that. I mean, that might work. Wish I could see two things at the same time. Oh. No. That doesn't, no, that was not correct. Oh. Got you some rocks. There's got to be a better way to do it than that. Oh no, there's rocks on the ground. Oh no. Yes. Alright. I wish it would not do that. I want to just... No, that's not right. No. Alright. And now we go forward. I'm gonna just force him in there. And then we do some curls. Remember to put on the brake. Lift up. You're right, you're right. It's better than last time. I guess I realize why this job pays so well now. This ain't something you just do real quick like. It's busy work. Who's making that noise? That's gonna need to go higher. I mean, that might have been good the way we had it. It's hard to tell. Like, I don't have depth perception to begin with, and now you're doing something on a screen that needs depth perception. I don't know about that. I feel like you're probably not supposed to be driving with that all the way up there either. Top heavy. I can't get it rotated where I want it. It's good enough. It wasn't good enough. No. Oh, was that the wrong way? Yeah, that was the wrong way. Oh. How much do they pay for getting the rocks next to the truck? One of these controls got to be reversed too. That's confusing. Yeah. I have a feeling we're not going to get paid. What's the proper angle of approach for this truck anyway? No, not that one. That seems good. Go even higher up. And then you dump. Yeah. Half the rocks are next to the truck again. What? Get a single rock. Get in there. This is frustrating. You know what? I got an idea. Can we, like, push the rocks into there? No. Nothing we can do manually. What do the buttons over here do? No, it just kills the ignition. Don't ask me how we're supposed to pick those back up. Why? Stop. Wheelie. Still doesn't feel that it's getting the rocks in the bucket. Nope. That's not what I meant by in the bucket either. Can I get paid for like half a shift? Why does that say I haven't moved any of the tons? I don't understand. I just want to push the rocks back out because they're being stubborn. So I will note this is all just mod pack. I don't think this is part of standard Beam career mode. RLS getting ahead of schedule here. Rocks. We gotta hold it forward so we can get them as we drive. It didn't work. You know what? I'm starting to think just forward's gonna be the best approach for this. So I can't get next to the truck. I didn't pull up far enough. It's like, I can do this. I guess I'll have to give the truck a little hug. Oh, get out of there. Well, it worked. Probably shouldn't have. And we're back. More milestones. I'll take the free money. Alright. How are we actually going to accomplish anything with this mission? I'm feeling a sense of impossibility. I don't think there's any way to get all these rocks, is what I'm saying. Hey! Didn't even let me try. And we're just destroying that truck, you know. That kind of goes without saying. Why isn't it letting me turn this at the angle? Yeah, I mean, that doesn't even fit in there. Better luck bribing the rocks. How many are actually in there? A couple. Enough to bother driving there. Why is there a rock on the roof? Can't it just rock-a-rolla its way where it needs to be? Uh-oh. Somehow I didn't even do that intentionally. Oh. Kevin's never gonna be a heavy equipment operator, IRL. It's just the worst of the bad ideas anyone could ever have. I mean, maybe a pilot, though. Do you need depth perception just to, be up in the sky? Nah. I don't think so. Oh, that looks perfect. Let's see if it is. Let's try to do this slowly so we're not, like, throwing them. I feel like... Alright. I think they all went in the truck. Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Let's see if we can get any of the rocks that are over here. That feels sketchy. Uh-oh. It's fine. I knew we were going to clear that. I'm getting frame rate under 30. That's ridiculous. You're going to be watching some of these gen frames over there. Whether you like it or not. I don't know if OBS is smart enough to try not to give you the AI frames. I don't know how that works. Yeah, I mean, we don't need those front wheels anyway. It's fine. In theory, these ones are easier to get at. I just don't trust that it's actually scooping. It's not. How do you make it scoop? Without just being dumb and elevating the front wheels. Great, that's exactly what we wanted to do. Get off of there. I mean, this is literally like me trying to eat over here. It's like you try to scoop the food in the spoon and you're just chasing it around the plate. And the only way you can get anything on the spoon is getting it up like on the edge. So you need plates that got a good edge, or you just end up flinging it. And then you got a mess. Oh, I could have moved the truck this whole time. That would have been helpful knowledge. I'm sure you're definitely supposed to do that. I can't even get the camera down there to see what's going on. It's they don't want to go in there. It's like, now you have to bring them all the way over here and try to just like force it. I got one in there by the looks of it. But really, I've just made a mess. One. Are you kidding me? All that, and I got one rock. Oh. You're supposed to do this. Get in there. No, says the rock. I don't think we're supposed to be lifting the front tires like that at all, but it's like the only way to get any type of leverage. How did we do? 2. Oh. Barely worth driving over here. This isn't very intuitive. Yeah. Let's try dump and pray. how are they rating my job performance? 40%. Send another truck. I did a pretty good job getting that much in there. I'll have you know. What? Oh. So, okay, you can reset it just by sending the truck. It's... Okay, and I got 10 out of 11. Oh, that was so close. Alright, we know how it works now. It only counts once you let the truck go. Okay. So it's not like pick up all of the rocks. So that hill is the perfect plate edge for my spoon. Rather than this rock wall. Let's be a little more clever about this. I don't feel vehicles like this are meant to be reversed per se either, so let's turn around by going forward. Carrying a little too much momentum. Hey, how come no one uses the term bromentum? It's like cringe enough to be cool, right? You gotta cringe to be cool. Da, 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 da. You gotta cringe to be cool. That's song-worthy. I'll pause while I work on it. Alrighty ho. Songs are regenerate. And here we go.
Let's
we broke the truck. I can't rotate the front piece anymore. At least I was able to get out of his. Hey! I finished that. No, I delivered. You don't get to just dump the rocks on the ground. You tell me now I have to pick more rocks up with a broken truck. That's cheating. I did my 11 tons. Oh, what? I don't know how he broke this thing, though. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know what we could have possibly done wrong. Oh, I was gonna say it's letting me drive that truck, but the AI's fighting with me for control of it, so not really. Oh, come on. Really 10/11ths to getting the job done. pay me for my work. I don't think I got fined for damaging the back. Oh. So what happens if I return the vehicle before I even finish the job? Did they not take their cut? Sounds like a way I can cheat. So what part actually broke on it before? This beam? See, I couldn't turn it from side to side. Yeah, let's drive ourselves to zone B. Maybe I should have picked regular rock and not bulky rock. I think that's part of the problem. Oh, you do have to scrape it on the wall. Is that really the only way to do this? Super sketchy job. Well, it actually feels like this might be the easier one at the moment. Sure, anytime we're lifting up the front wheels, we're putting way too much force in the mechanism here. What are you gonna do? Can you not drift? That would be nice. Did I just make it worse? No, that made it worse. Like, if you don't have it on the ground, you can't pick anything up. And if you do have it on the ground, you're breaking the car. Can't win. Can we just like rock in here and pick up some rocks? Alright, cool. Fortunately, the truck is still down there. And it's teleporting around. So, may or may not be possible to do this. Maybe it's fixed now. Never mind. Timing is everything. Not enough timing to go around. Never enough time. This is like perfect load of rocks. I really wish that truck was pulled up more and not like at this. I don't know about that. You're where you need to be now. How long are you gonna stay there? Rocks. Alright, that's... It's time to rage quit now. No payment. What? My money went down. They charged me for working. America. Yeah, that tracks. Colossal waste of time. Oh, I forgot to turn my electronics off. Am I gonna have a dead battery now? Beam better not be that realistic. So those missions still need some work. In fact, we almost completed it. Is pretty impressive. Where is all the traffic? I'm suspicious. There's someone. Let's get some gas in the car. I guess that pump's broken. If I put on my handbrake, I lose the gas. They seriously charged me to work. I didn't stop the engine. What are you gonna do about it? Sport SC. Oh, we turned the engine off for me. Let's just... Can't you just let someone do something dumb? Just leave me do it. Sometimes dumb just has to dumb. I'm going on. No, I'm not. Speaking of dumb, oh, that wasn't right. Oh no. Yeah, committed to it now. No, I'm not. I feel like my driving's just getting worse by the second. That's good. Mountain road. Look at this guy slowing down for the corner. Get out of the way, jackass. There's no point in laugh at the responsible driver. There is kind of a funny thing that, you know, this car is based on GM, so we're just going to call it a Cadillac. They were trying to make front-wheel drive like a luxury feature at the point where all-wheel drive already existed. It's like, you know, more is better. How was it not obvious that all-wheel drive was going to become desirable, for anyone who didn't just want rear-wheel drive. I mean, I understand believing rear-wheel drive is outdated for the average consumer car. That makes sense to me. But if you're trying to be like luxurious and talk about handling, and you're already building heavy cars, it's like, why not just go direct all-wheel? Maybe they didn't have the engineering know-how at that point. When was all-wheel drive actually invented? I know there was there? I'm pretty sure I saw something the other day, a car from '79, but again, it's Japanese. And then Audi has been doing it for probably, maybe it was actually Audi, maybe it wasn't Japanese. Four-wheel drive is its own thing. Kind of odd to think that front-wheel drive was going to be considered luxury, when I think most Americans' exposure to it was import economy cars. So there was already an association built before they could get to it. I would have been there for it, though, if I was alive at that point. Front-wheel drive's cool. Brake fade needs to cool. Let's put this thing in storage before we can break it. Is this my house? I never know. I don't think so. We're trying really hard to crash the car in the final moments here, aren't we? The moral of the story: I disabled my dashboard. My driving didn't get any worse. I mean, speed limit wise, who knows? In reality, you kind of just match speed to the other vehicles, if there are any, though, right? Like, you're not supposed to just be staring at your gauge. Shift wise, did fine. Kept our eyes on the road more. Alright, maybe we don't end the episode just yet. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you the other thing I did too. I put it in a loose dashboard, but it didn't seem to have any effect. I was going to put this in the garage and pull the other one out. That's a great picture of the car. We'd have a lot of money to spend if we sold one of these, but nah, we can go an episode without car shopping. It's fine. So this is definitely a reference to the Tornado. That was like the first attempt to bring front-wheel drive to America. And the Wendover is based on a later revision of the Tornado. Keeping that. Probably want to put that back in at some point. So quarry work is not so fun. So we're coming on the 2-hour mark here. Let's just finish up this episode doing some more burgers. Is this bad for a car to do that? You wouldn't want to do it with a real shifter, but just going between drive and sport, doing anything mechanically when you're sitting still, I don't think so. Like, would this be bad for the car? I mean, that's engaging the parking brake over. That's probably not what you want to be doing. Sitting there in the driveway playing with my knob. Don't mind me. Just getting my British on. Who wants hamburger? Oh yeah, this car already has a broken gauge cluster. I forgot about that. Is that a little bit of a drift? Out of 120 horsepower front-wheel drive overloaded Volkswagen. Huh. This is a long drive. And yeah, you do want to mind your speed on these hills. Destroy the car without even hitting anyone else. That's no good. You don't even get a cool looking accident. Yeah, which way are we going? Let's be bold and turn off the traction control. Sport Plus? Nah, this car doesn't have Sport Plus. It's just silly. Does this have enough horsepower to squeal the tires? Like, I don't know. Weren't there even smaller engines available for this car, too? $3,000 burger. Man, that quarry's a ripoff. Oh, we did squeal the tire. Burn out. That's crazy. These aren't even like narrow tires. Now it suddenly feels really sporty. Perception is king. Do I have boxes in this? No. I wouldn't mind doing some car delivery missions. Drive something a little different. Maybe we'll do this burger delivery and then we'll do that. Where you go? It's annoying. They take away your GPS when you're stopped there, so you don't know what direction to start driving before it reappears. Not speeding. Speeding. I don't need my lights on. It's dumb. Insurance forgiveness. Should I be insulted by that? I feel like I should be. Calling me a coward. $48. Yeah, I feel like I'm not getting the full. Well, I had 46, and then I got a $3,000 delivery, but I'm not getting the full paychecks. Something's wrong. There's supposed to be like a bank statement thing in here somewhere. I thought the logbook was going to be it. But no, it is. Okay. Insurance. They did charge me to work there. What? Wow. What a ripoff. Which of these places want cars driven for them? Imagine I have to go to a car dealer for that. Auto. The repair shops always have some. They should pay me just to go drive it around a bit and bring it back. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I should take this thing to that handling circuit. Yeah, that's right. We're never finishing the episode. We're just playing forever. You get a little glitchy with the frame gen with these bad frame rates. What are you gonna do? Yeah, exhausted stereo shop. You got any cars for me to deliver? Before I do that, how do I set this as my favorite car? Oh, we can change the time of day in here. I think I set it to the time it already was. I want to set this as favorite car so I can teleport it around. Don't think we can do that here. That's annoying. I got a lot of cars to drive. I don't want to drive that. Can drive the Sarah. Give us another front-wheel drive car to drive. Area Super. What's so super about that? What the hell is this? Kajang and Nova and 40 Beam.NG Tuner, Beam.NG Tuner in Nova Diesel 2. What? Or we could compare an old Passat to the new Passat. Alright. Relevance. Apparently I take relevance over niche. You know, I was intending to make this episode one where I talked about psychology stuff, but oh well, too late. Let's do a size comparison of these. That's right, I did actually use this episode for psychology on the sly. That shouldn't go unexplained. I'm working on an overabundance of... What's the word? So yeah, the new Passat's much longer. Much being like a couple inches at least. Bulky car. Overabundance, or no, abundance is the wrong word. That's over-reliance on using like gauges and monitors and meters over direct perceptions. Instead of feeling how fast the car was, I was just looking at the speedometer all the time, that kind of thing. So I took the speedometer out of the car to see how that would affect things. Testing being a little less metric. This is the red light. Okay. Yeah, we test driving this thing. We're not just delivering that. Does it actually have any less horsepower? I don't think it does. I think it's actually a little faster, maybe. It's got a worse transmission, of course. It's a manual. Oh. Similar sized engine without the turbo. Yeah, I mean, this feels rougher to drive, of course. Older car. A lot of people probably think being able to rev like that's cooler, though. Isn't the other one a CVT? Oh, don't do that. Oh. That wasn't a happy engine noise. I think the gauge is lying about where the red line is. Oh, this thing's bad on the hills. Yeah, the new Passat's much faster car. Well, you know, these are adequate mobiles. That's their job, to adequately get people where they're going. Adequacy is a virtue. Oh, that's a dangerous turn. Hey, how come I have a damaged bumper on this? I haven't bumped anything. You lying game. It's fine. I don't rev the engine. I didn't do anything else. I know my dumbs. Yes, I mean, this car is slower, but it's lighter. So it's more maneuverable ever so slightly, and it's slower ever so slightly. They both handle well on the front of not bouncing around a lot. Your car, sir. Yeah, parking. Everyone's a critic. Say, those jobs don't pay as well, but they're more interesting. In theory, they might let me drive something over here. And then maybe, just maybe, that'll be the point for me. Ow. Call the episode. I can make that jump. Nope. Didn't even need to make the jump. Parkour in Beam. It's up here. Helipad. Yeah. I mean, this isn't a parkour game, so I should have expected somewhere cool to jump to. Splat. Ow. Should have landed on that. That would have been funny. Come on. Open the menu. Come on, game. These kind of overpriced. See, yeah, you could have got a 120 horsepower front-wheel drive car 30 years ago. Over 1,000 pounds lighter, too. So have base level cars gotten slower over the ages? Or fast? I think the reality is a bit of both. I didn't know there was a sunburst base that was the slower side too. I like how I'm talking as if the fake cars and the real cars are part of like the same reality. That's fun. There was a sunburst here, wasn't there? What? I know we were just talking about it. Man, I'm getting the chills. That's spooky. Hey, I want to try something dumb real quick. Never mind, I can't open the window on that. What? They're gonna make me walk. It's just improper. Fine. We'll call a taxi. Oh. Didn't know that was a thing. There's no reason to manually take the taxi ride. It's not going to be that funny. Yeah, how about one more drive? Then we call it. For real this time. They don't trust me either. Yeah. Can't imagine why. About this shop. Cool. Gullible. Yes, sir. Let's just drive the funny Renault. It pays well enough. Dun, 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 dun. I'm slacking. I think I'm only doing an average of 1 cringe AI song per video at this point. I need to work on that. I don't have another thing in mind. I'm not making one now. Non-functional tachometer. Oh, this is a good spot to do a little handling circuit on a car too. Oh, this thing doesn't like to turn at all. I would say it's positively opposed to the concept. It's not even a crossover, it's just a funny looking hatchback. Man, attack don't even work. I go by audio cues and I should probably be shifting. I hear that scraping again. We all indecisive on the road today. Out of the way. This thing wasn't really built for handling now, was it? Yeah, this felt like that's getting near the red line. Why does this thing feel slower than the Passat? Like you can't. Oh, that's just embarrassing. It can't actually be. Sorry, you're gonna judge my parking precision. We better get it right. They give me good money for that parking, actually, so it's fine. Accept it. I feel like getting me back in the city real quick. Do I feel like driving? Oh, there's that again. The Sarah. Yeah, alright, I'll get me back to the tire shop. Last job for real this time. Mini car. Stop looking up. Is my controller developing stick drift? Wait, what? Mini truck? What happens if I... Alright, at least we didn't break the window. That would have been a dumb thing to get fined over. Ooh, fancy. Is this a key card? Huh. I'm not sure if it's quite small enough to be a key card, but it's close. I think that engine's too big for it to be a key card. So this thing has a whole 100 horsepower. That's cool. It's got the fancy doors. Doesn't have leather seats though, so you're not a fancy car. You're not fooling me. That's not the sound of a sports car either. Let's go this way. This thing torque steering or something. It feels like a little floaty or something with the steering. Get out of the way. Don't. The car ain't even good enough to pass the guy who's being slow. Oh. Alright, get out of the way. Let's pass him. Come on. We can do it. Yeah, I won. Oh, no. This thing understeers. Oh, no. Oh. And I thought we'd mostly gotten away with it, but we didn't get away with it. Nope. Wait, no, we could be towed to the road. Or not. You could not get a delivery vehicle towed, apparently. Why does this have a backup beeper? Alright, we got low gear. The oil pan is leaking. No, I don't think we are completing the mission. Oh, well. Oh no, $35. I don't really want to be just like sat in the middle of nowhere though. And we're not there. Well, we didn't make 50K today. It wasn't the goal we set, but not meeting it still hurts. But we did learn we can drive without a functional gauge cluster. So how's that for an accomplishment? Until next episode, I've been out with Emmy. You've been you. And goodbye.